Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And since we are done with all of the bye weeks, every team has played 9 games. I will go ahead and say, in my opinion, what every team needs from the least competitive divisions right now in each conference to the most competitive. And I am starting this off with the AFC South for the AFC. And we are starting off with the Houston Texans. And what the Texans really need, in my opinion, is some sort of competence, because, you're not throwing to your best guy on the team altogether. You're kind of having to rely on your defense a lot, especially trusting second-year player D'Amico Ryans, which currently in real life he is their head coach and could actually be leading them to a playoff in real life, which is crazy how this NFL season's been. Amon Green only has 151 yards, but then again, he's been out with injuries this year. Ron Dane was backing him up, but he only had 434 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matt Schaub, he's thrown the ball a lot. He's gotten 23 interceptions, although 15 of them were against the Titans, so a little bit of a pass on that, if I'm them, I'd probably focus on drafting a more decent backup quarterback than Sage Rosenfels. Probably less in the running back room, because you got 5 running backs. Why do you need 5 running backs? They have 6 wide receivers. Andre Davis, they should probably actually pay this man, because he's got 2 touchdown passes for 302 yards and 24 catches. David Anderson, he's got 10 catches for 111 yards. Jacoby Jones, rookie year, doesn't have a touchdown yet. Jerome Mathis, though, has 3 touchdown catches, so he's got the other 3 touchdowns that Matt Schaub's thrown the entire year. Yeah, you've got 3 touchdown passes to Jerome Mathis, 2 to Andre Davis, and not a single one to Andre Johnson. That's just messed up in my opinion. And you got Owen Daniels, a half-decent tight end right now. I mean, yeah, maybe help the offensive line a little bit. Defense looks pretty decent. I'm only doing like this because I don't have enough hands to hold the Kindle, go through the rosters, all that. So there's that. Yeah, their defense seems pretty decent, but you gotta utilize your best weapon. Otherwise, he'll be gone, because other teams are gonna want him. And the team that's above the Texans right now in the standings are the Colts. Both teams are at 2-7, which is crazy to say for Indianapolis, considering they still have the likes of Peyton Manning, Adam Vinatieri, Marvin Harrison, Jeff Saturday, Dwight Freeney, Bob Sanders, Reggie Wayne, Robert Mathis, Anthony McFarland, Corey Simon, Marlon Jackson, Dallas Clark. They have all these great players, and they're 2-7. What Indianapolis really needs is luck to go on their side. And I'm not talking about Andrew Luck either, because for Indianapolis, the only loss I can actually more or less kind of understand a bit was to Tennessee, because I use Tennessee. They somehow beat the Patriots. They lose by 3 to the Panthers. They lose by 4 to the Jaguars. They just lost by 5 to the Chargers. They lose a close game to Tampa Bay. And the only reason why they're ahead of the Texans in the standings is because they own the tiebreaker against the Texans, winning back in week 3, 30-13. They choked against the Saints, and then followed that up by getting absolutely wiped by the Titans. So, yeah, Indianapolis needs luck on their side for next season, because it's a roster this good should not be 2-7 and basically being on the verge of elimination and having a high draft pick. That's just insane. The next team we'll be looking at is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are 3-6 right now. And what they need is some offense, because looking at their top players, you have Marcus Stroud, John Henderson, Rasheed Mathis, Mike Peterson. Top 4 guys are your defensive players, followed by Fred Taylor, Brad Meester, Chris Naoli, Maurice Jones-Drew. David Garrard, Byron Leftwich, both are Jaguar legends. But you're going to need a quarterback that's going to lead your team to actual success. Because you got top-notch defense, what they really need is an offense. You got 2 89 overall running backs. You got an 87 overall fullback. You need some decent wide receivers, because your highest is an 83 in Matt Jones, followed by Reggie Williams, Ernest Wilford, Dennis Northcutt, and then Mike Walker. Tight end, you have Jermaine Wiggins and George Wrighster and a young Mercedes Lewis. But yeah, you need to be able to have a good offense to pair along with the defense that's, by looks of it, carrying this team, or at least trying to carry the team. And the last team is, of course, Tennessee Titans, the team that I use. And the main thing the Titans need is probably cap space, because you got a lot of good players, like Vince Young. This season he's jumped all the way up to a 91 overall. You got Joseph Adai, Adrian Pearson, Marshawn Lynch, all gaining overalls. Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Chris Henry. You got a lot of guys that are probably going to be wanting a lot of money whenever they hit free agency, and we only have $10 million left in the cap space, which will become a problem when it comes to trying to re-sign some guys. And that's literally the only problem, because with me using the team, that's the only issue, is the fact that we need more money. This is before you can turn off the salary cap in Madden. But that is just my take for the AFC South here going into week number 11. And I will see you all next time.